months in the making. In a twist of swerves within swerves within swerves within swerves, we are being given a compelling plot about who's going to eventually challenge the Kenny Omega of AEW, of House Elite, of House BC Elite, of House USA. Bullet Club Elite, or Bullet Club USA branch, which now is in debate because now Jay Whitehall is taking his claim in the Impact territory of the Land of the Seven Kingdoms. Because we're basically going Game of Thrones on this. And I'm looking forward to how this is all neatly wrapped up into a neat little bow. And Kenny Omega has to defend one of his many crowns to maintain his spot on the throne. He must defend it against Christian Cage, his mortal enemy of several weeks. Well, actually, the story goes back a couple of months, but they just teased it. But looks like something might be a bit of a swerve. So, Christian Cage decided to stand up for the Impact family, his old Impact brethren, because we all know Brian Myers isn't going to beat Kenny. That's ridiculous. And even they'll probably be like, that's just insane. So, the cleaner Kenny Omega was shocked to be told by the power of Tony Khan and Scott D'Amore, not only will Kenny have to defend his AEW World Championship against Christian at AEW All Out, presumably after he had dethroned Hangman's spot, with a surprising end to their tag team epic matchup that featured Space Jam references, because that's what the Elite like to do and be stupid about that, and their stupid gimmick fun. And I mean stupid as in funny, not stupid like insult. And then we get Hangman thrown off, and he's probably MIA for a while because he's going to be a father soon, so he's taking time out, so they had to write him off of it All Out. And apparently this was always the plan when he was going to have a kid. So I'm waiting till Full Gear for the epic finale. So yeah, once Hangman gets back, he'll be still hot as ever with the crowd. So there's that. But now he must face Christian at All Out. But now Christian, with the power of Scott D'Amore on his side, has agreed to challenge for the Impact World Championship as the very first match on AEW Rampage. And whatnot. So now we get a TNA alumni taking on the Elites, head of the table. Yes, that was a reference to somebody. And they go out, and there was a lot of pushback from fans on this. Even AEW fans who were feeling like, oh, Christian's not going to deliver. He hasn't wrestled that kind of match. He hasn't wrestled a guy like Kenny Omega. He hasn't wrestled in so long. And how they say that he's an overhyped guy because AEW overhyped him, except they didn't, except for like various freaking reasons I've said in my other video. That Christian joining AEW whatnot was a logical conclusion theory because he's a certified Hall of Famer. Kurt Angle's already in the Hall of Fame. Punk wasn't guaranteed at the time. Now it's looking more than ever. But yeah, he is a certified Hall of Famer. They did deliver on that. The problem is everyone overhyped it. They went from CM Punk, which was understandable to think that because he's certified Hall of Fame material, to the absurd and crazy like The Rock and Brock Lesnar. AEW can't afford Brock Lesnar. Well, actually they can, but he's asking too much. He'll probably ask too much, and I've already said in a previous video I'm against having him signed of all people to go to AEW, mostly because he'll have demands and money power and whatnot, and then I'll get mad, and then I'll get annoyed when he disappears for 8 weeks, only to show up again, then disappear and never build himself up, and then we're right back where we started with this, with WWE. So don't do it, AEW. I know it's tempting probably, but don't do it. It's not worth it. Get a guy that's full-time, unless Lesnar's willing to be full-time or be consistent on his appearances, then fine. And he doesn't ask for much. But moving on from my scared theory of if Brock Lesnar suddenly were to decide to go ahead and go to AEW, which will probably never happen, though AEW kind of proved lately that, yeah, they're trying to do the impossible lately. But, yeah. Kenny Omega and Christian. This was the match that got pushed back because they felt Christian wasn't going to win this. They thought it would be too predictable. They thought it wouldn't work. They thought it would end in disaster because Christian hasn't worked that kind of match with somebody like Kenny Omega, and therefore, and all the build-up they've done with him. But they keep mentioning how he's been built up, and the commentators don't even treat him being a contender seriously. I don't know if that's intentional in terms of, oh, he hasn't wrestled in a long time and he's wrestling the best bout machine in his prime. He's going to have a tough one. So I get the feeling that was their intention, but in reality, I think they're pulling a swerve with this. They're going to do a double swerve soon once the fallout of this event from Rampage happens, because Christian beat Kenny Omega for the Impact World Championship. Oh, fuck. So, this match, everyone who said Christian wasn't going to hang, everyone who said Christian wasn't going to deliver, he freaking delivered. And, oh, man. Kenny Omega proved that to everyone that he can make everyone look like $1 million. Christian Cage proved to everyone that he still got it, and it was a shocker nonetheless. It was a shocker to see Kenny Omega take his first loss to Christian Cage. He hasn't been pinned, according to statistics, 714 days. That's how you build someone that strong. Yeah, he's lost matches, but he hasn't been the one pinned. So that's kind of a big deal to hype up. To hype up that Christian Cage became the one in 714 days. So let's get a manager who will annoy the living hell out of us to eventually burn it all down, and us hating him saying that, to the point that we'll change the channel eventually. Okay, don't do that, AEW. I know you're probably watching this. Don't do it. But yeah, the Elite screwed up. They went too far with the way. The Young Bucks try to use the steel chair. Tries to give Kenny Omega the chance to do One Winged Angel on it. Christian hits the kill switch. 1, 2, 3. The world is shocked. AEW Rampage's first match kicked off with explosive surprise, and it was Christian Cage dethroning the belt collector of his glorious collection of 2 belts. Now he has only 2 belts remaining. Let me double check on that, because he probably lost it, so the recording at this time is during the freaking oh god, that was bad timing. Oh man, I can't wait. Let me just double check on this. Oh god. Okay, it hasn't happened yet, so this video is still in continuity. So we'll see whatever happens with Andrade, Cien Ulmes, and El Idolo taking on Kenny Omega. We're gonna expect gold here, brother. But yeah, Kenny Omega is naturally pissed and now has to go into Triple Mania with a chip on his shoulder more than ever, because now his throne has been threatened. And now, since there was an edict made out by Tony Khan with the agreement of the other promotions that so long as Kenny Omega holds the AEW World Title, he cannot be defeated unless they're in the promotion themselves. With AEW signed to them. Andrade El Idolo is signed with AEW, which means Andrade El Idolo has a chance to make Kenny 4 belts, to become Kenny 2 belts, and then to become Kenny 1 belt, thus taking away his chance to complete omnipotence with the IWGP and the NWA World Titles. And my god, what a freaking disaster that would be for the man's ego. But yeah, full props to Christian Cage hanging with Kenny Omega. This was a freaking good match. I love it. I really did, and it was awesome way to start off the next stage in AEW's growth as a company, building up with Rampage. You got to start off hot, and then you got to end just as hot, which I feel like they did, even though people were confused about who that person was until everyone started figuring it out. And then for some reason thinking it's Becky Lynch, because that's an idea that was somehow put out there. I don't know where that came from. But we have something else important to talk about soon. Where you see, next Rampage, we get the first dance. And tick-tock, everybody. It's looking more and more that it's gonna be clobbering time. Gonna be a fun ride to see that. But before we get to that, we gotta focus on what's next. Christian Cage is now the Impact World Champion. He, TNA Original, finally won the big gold belt of Impact Wrestling. Yeah, he only ever won the NWA belt when he was in Impact. That's saying something. And now Christian Cage walks away and heads to Impact's territory. And now he must defend it against the man who shall deliver, who will make him feel the face the facts. Yeah, I don't believe that for 1 second. Like, if I actually believe Christian Cage loses to Brian Myers, I will cry. I can't imagine it. It's probably because of his build-up in WWE, but I can't picture a Brian Myers defeating the Christian Cage or the Kenny Omega. The fact that he won the Battle Royale was a miracle in and of itself. Like, but that's kind of also the beauty of other promotions, because now what works in WWE, what doesn't work in WWE could work over there. Like, look at Matt Cardona. You would think on WWE, man, that guy is a mid-card wrestler. He's an upper mid-card wrestler. He's never going to be the world champ. He'll be an awesome IC champ. He'll be a US champ. He might contend for the world title, but he's never going to be the freaking face of the company. Well, partially because Vince made sure of that. Thanks a lot, Cena and Kane. Okay. But Matt Cardona, however, well, I could actually picture him being a world champion. In fact, he is a world champion. He's the most hated world champion in all of GCW when he dethroned Nick Gage. And got trashed for it, literally. So that's seen since Impact Wrestling was still TNA when Bully Ray betrayed Hogan. Oh god, that's how far it's been since I saw garbage being thrown in the ring. And then before that, it was like the WCW when Hulk Hogan and the NWO were running roughshod. And saying something, Matt Cardona probably had more trash in the ring since Hulk Hogan's initial heel turn. So that's saying something. Gotta give the man props there. But yeah, Zack Ryder and the WWE, mid-card level to the WWE management to establish audience. Matt Cardona in outside of it, oh, he's a freaking main eventer, and he's the ultimate deathmatch troll heel who thinks he's still the hero because, hey, I come from the upper world and I've come to grace you with my presence and intimate knowledge of sports entertainment. Boo! Boo! Oh. So yeah, maybe Brian Myers will pull something off. We'll see. But that's later. This is now, and we still need to TikTok everybody. It will be clobbering time next week on AEW Rampage. Thank you, everyone. This was Neo Reality, the WrestleVerse. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my content in the description below. Stay tuned for more. I cannot wait what's going to happen next. And Kenny Omega, good luck with Andrade El Idolo. I'll be sure to talk about that match soon enough. Take care.